Hello, my name is Eszter Hubes. I'm a member of the board at THBA, the Hungarian Social Impact Investors Association. Today we have the pleasure to host the CEE4IMPACT Day here in Budapest at the beautiful location of the Ethnographical Museum. I had the opportunity to interview some of the speakers and participants of the event. They shared their thoughts and beliefs about impact investing and ESG, and we also heard some stories about their personal experiences. Please enjoy.
Impact investors have an intention of changing something, having an impact on something.
They want to launch businesses, but it's not only for the money. They want to stand for values and they want to change the world, to make the world a better place.
Our goal is to make awareness around impact investing, to educate all of the participants of the whole Central and Eastern European economic about impact investing, and actually to show that it is a way to do it.
With time, I had a nagging feeling that I want to do something more purposeful with my career, and I was thinking, how can insights from consumer behavior be applied for sustainability, for solving actual challenges that our planet is facing? I think now it's the best place to be, really.
We were in almost every microfinance fund as one opportunity to support the poorer, particularly women, in their way of having and using money in order to ideally do some small businesses.
Discovered that the number of initiatives is pretty much similar to the ones in the Western Europe, but when we talk about the investments and the support for these initiatives, 20 times less investments than Germany, 12 times less investments than France or Sweden. So this is the status that keeps back a bit the ecosystem here in this part of the world.
Real estate is the place where you can have the biggest impact. Because let's face it, everything that has to do with pollution and greenhouse gas emissions, only 16% comes from the cars, from mobility, transportation. And about 40% comes from real estate, and no one is realizing. That is why we should have a full focus by impact investors on real estate.
It looks like that we are not only some impact investment individuals, but we are already a chain or a community of impact investors, so we can co-invest in this respect, which always gives the opportunity to decrease risk and to increase the mental capacity which we contribute in one single company, and this is the key factor, the key success factor.
Looking for startup founders who have values and for startups that are trying to have a positive impact on people and the environment.
One very important thing that we are missing as an ecosystem is the success stories. In impact investing, success stories are still yet to come in the region, and these are the ones which are going to bring us, let's say, closer and the audience more involved into the entire movement.
I was really touched, by how many people I know here who have moved the needle forward here. And they say that they have been inspired by maybe what we did in Vienna a few years before. And so you see how that ripple effect actually is working, right? And that's why it's so important to have these regional events.
That people who are like-minded coming together, sharing ideas, helping each other to find connections, making networking, talking with each other, they're feeling joy, they love what they are doing.
Definitely, we expect more and more collaboration and syndicalizations of support for regional champions that can become global champions.
So ESG stands for Environmental Social Governance. There's no consistency around ESG right now. That's why it's important to demand their standards that people adhere to. Then that problem will go away. But it's also designed to minimize financial risk. Proven with many different reports that if you have a higher ESG score, that most likely you will be able to make more money because it just makes good sense.
For me, ESG is reporting and is not sustainability, and disclosure is not impact. And that is something that in the real estate industry people are just starting to understand. Real estate industry is pushing the whole industry towards investing in thematics that are really having a measurable impact on the planet and on people.
The whole system approach is coming in almost as a new way of thinking about an investor contribution to systems change. And that's why it's a different approach, right? Because it's not only about investing that counts for system change, it's a more holistic approach to something that's less predictable with respect to the outcomes.
There's still a lot of education and awareness to be done in the region for the impact investors to understand a little bit better the startups, understand how do you actually measure that impact, how do you link that to financial returns and things like that.
Quite some activity over the last 4 or 5 years with a lot of young founders wanting to have a positive impact on the climate, looking for money that they struggle to find in the CEE region.
And I have 3 kids, 10 years old, 8 years old and 7 years old, and they said, Daddy, Daddy, what do you do for a living? I want to tell them, look, Daddy is involved in a company like Bonap.eco that fights food waste and that is trying to have a positive impact not only in people but also on the environment.
Really, there's a more need for founders, for talented founders in the impact space to come up with solutions for global challenges.
I think impact investing getting stronger and stronger here in the region. I hope that the main enemy, so impact washing and greenwashing, will not destroy our effort, and we really can find a way how we can prove the impact measurement, and through that we can be really a key player of the Central and Eastern European SME industry.
Beautiful day, beautiful place, beautiful people. Thank you.